Hi guys, and welcome back to another video. In today's video we're going to do a tutorial in the Phoenix A320. This is one of a series, so if you do want to see any ahead and find the playlist of Phoenix A320 tutorials on my channel, and they'll all be found in there. Same with the PMDG 737 tutorials, which I've about done, although not completed yet. So yeah, and in today's video we're going to do go around in the A320. Now I've got the sim paused, autopilot off, seeing as when you have autopilot on it messes up the, well, when you unpause it will mess up the plane, usually. Not always, but better be safe when you want to explain something and want to do things right. As you can see, I'm in a very bad position, which realistically you shouldn't be, but the point is the go around. There is many different reasons for a go around. So yeah, this could be a reason you're just far too high, but I think at the point of being this high, something's gone wrong. You haven't followed. See, the glide slope is inactive, it's still armed. It won't activate because of how high we are. So you do need to make sure that you're at the right altitudes for your approach. But I've purposefully done this due to wanting to show you how to do a go around. So yeah. So if you ever get into a point we need to go around, this is what the video is for. So first things first, a bit of theory. Why could you need to go around? There are many reasons. You know, in the real world there's more reasons than in the simulator. An example of that would be if a plane spills its hydraulic fluid on the runway. Planes can't land on that runway, and specifically like Stansted, there's only one runway, so they have to sort of think hard on what they want you to do. Typically you just get vectored or told to adjust your flight plan to go to another airport nearby. In my case I'm at Stansted, so I might get told to go to Luton because that's not far off. It's just down to the right somewhere. I know that. Stansted and Luton very close together. So it wouldn't be a bad option if you're at Stansted to rather they ACL vector you to Luton, or they'd ask you to change your flight plan, or they'd ask you to go around and then adjust from there. Maybe they give the options up to you on what you want to do, because you're the one who knows how much fuel you've got in your aircraft and things like that. So yeah. Other reasons which you might encounter in the simulator could be things like there's just an aircraft which hasn't been able to vacate in time, and so you've just got to go around. Simple as that. Or maybe you're less than 2.5 miles away from an aircraft which is already landing. That would be an automatic go around then from ATC as well. Or maybe you just messed your flight up and you just for some reason were too high, as shown here. Although I would like to address that I did not do this wanting to fly realistically. I did do this on purpose, and I do think it's quite hard to get into this position unless you didn't really set up the plane correctly in your altitudes, because you should at Stansted you should intercept the ILS glide slope at 2,500 at Foxtrot 22 fix, which is part of the ILS route. The glide slope down, the glide slope should start at Foxtrot 22, and I purposely did not join it at 2,500 feet. I joined it at about 3,000, so glide slope would never capture, because I'm too high for the whole of it, so it would never capture, but localizer does, because localizer is essentially the route which you're taking, and the glide slope is the rate of descent down to the runway. but the plane knows that you want to go right down to the runway, so there'll be no warnings. There'll be a landing inhibit sign in purple on the ECAM, which is just let the mouse turn on, which is this side here. This is normally warnings and seatbelt signs and stuff. This is telling you there's things going on, but they're not exactly a warning as such. They can be warnings, but most of the time it's not a warning on this side. This is your ECAM. Of course, this whole thing is an ECAM, but this side will tell you things which are going on. So I've got company message I just haven't read or accepted. Got ignition because we're running the engines at a weird pace for the glide slope. You'll get a purple LDG inhibit down here if you are landing. And if that's not shown, then you probably are going to want to go around. You can announce that to ATC by just saying call sign going around, and then they'll acknowledge. They can't deny it because at the end of the day, if you can't land safely, then they have to allow it. They may vector you though, so be prepared for that. Or they may just say go on the missed approach route, or they may say nothing, and if they say nothing then you just assume that you're going on the missed approach route, which will be shown in blue now. You can see here, this is shown in blue, this is shown in green. Current route is green, blue route is the go around route, which you don't want to take, but sometimes you have to. Things happen. So yeah, so that's a bit theory on why you may need to go around. There's lots of reasons though, so don't take that as those were only like 2 of the reasons, maybe 3 of the reasons. There's lots more than that. So let's see, what are we going to do in the go around? I've paused it because the go around is quite quick, so yeah, I'm just going to tell you now and then we're going to do it. So when you're going around, you will aviate, navigate, communicate. If you are on an air traffic control network, whether that be beyond ATC, say intentions, or VATSIM, whatever you want to do, IVAO, whatever, just communication always comes last because you need to, at the end of the day, control your aircraft as a top priority. So yeah, so first of all you need to initiate the go around. That's the first step. Now how do we do that? Well, first step, you would set the thrust to toga, which is max power. You should have set up your throttles in the calibration in the Phoenix. This isn't a video on that, so I won't go into that. But you just set toga, basically full thrust. You would set the flaps back 1 position. So if you're at flaps full landing, you'd go to flaps 3. If you're at flaps 3 landing, you go to flaps 2. You shouldn't be at any less flaps than that. You shouldn't be at flaps 2 or 1 for landing. You should be 3 or full. Otherwise you've probably done something wrong. So you do it 1 step as soon as you activate the toga. Toga, flaps 3 or 2, depending on which. If you've got flaps 4, you go to flaps 2. If you've got flaps 3, you go to flaps 2. So that's yeah. And then you would want to look out for the route to go into nav mode. Localizer should turn into nav mode at the point of toga being activated. Toga is the sign that the aircraft knows you want to go around. This route should turn into green, but it may be a dotted line if nav isn't activated. But nav should activate, but if it doesn't, it sometimes doesn't, that's fine. You just tell it what you want it to do. You'd just click on there to activate automatic heading mode, not manual heading mode. Typically, if you haven't binded any keys, that would be right on the mouse wheel. Right click on the mouse wheel to activate airplane managing the heading, and not you manually. If you want to manually though do it because something goes wrong which shouldn't, then you would click the mouse wheel on the heading bug, and that will give you manual control. But your controls are completely up to you. I can't tell you what your controls are. I can tell you what the defaults are. So heading should go into nav mode, and those are the main things. after that, it's basically a standard takeoff procedure. Typically, SRS, toga, man toga should be where the green speed is here now. Here should be SRS, where altitude and glide slope in blue is. There should be SRS in this box. And then there won't be a runway because you're not on a runway. Instead, that should say nav, where localizer is, as said before. Toga should automatically activate man toga and nav, and SRS. But if nav doesn't activate, then you would have to manually go there and press right on the mouse wheel, and it should intercept. And if it doesn't, it may ask you to assign a heading and then intercept, because it won't know where your heading is sometimes. Which is fine, it'll tell you in the FMC anyway, Flight Management Computer. And you'd fly your go-around route as shown in the charts here. So it said missed approach, usually a box below the ILS frequency, the approach course and minimums, and the establishing altitude on the ILS. Missed approach, climb straight ahead to not above 3,000. So go around altitude is 3,000 feet. That should be set as soon as you capture glide slope. And if you haven't captured glide slope, you can always set it when you're about to go around, just before you go around. So it's already set there. And then at delta 3.1, which is here, as you can see, delta 3.1 ISX. Barkway VOR, or Bravo Kilo Yankee VOR, if you don't know what that VOR is called. It says it here, Barkway. 156 degrees turn right onto that VOR, 171 degrees at the VOR, at 3,000 feet, or as directed by ATC, and you can't go past 185 knots, so it might be wise setting 185 knots, because the plane might not always know that, because you've gone around, but it should know it, but sometimes it doesn't. It's just, sometimes it doesn't do certain things, and that's why you have to adjust. It's anything to do with speed, heading, you might have to change, but it's nothing too bad. You just have to change it manually, or just set it to the mode you want it to do. You just tell it what you want it to do, if it's not doing it automatically. And basically that's it. So now we're going to perform it. Ensure your QNH is set correctly and things like that. Yeah, so I'm going to unpause the sim, and I'm going to go very quickly. So yeah, please, any questions, leave them in the comments below. I know my tutorials aren't the best, but I do try my best, and I like helping people, so that's why I do them. But I know I'm not the best at them, believe you me. But I like to help people, so I try my best anyways. So we're going to go ahead and do it. Yeah, so I'm going to engage autopilot, but your autopilot should all be engaged. I've only done that because I've talked about active pods. Please make note of that. So your landing gear's on, it's down, signs are on, everything's gone. We're going into landing, but because glide slope isn't captured, the landing inhibit in purple isn't shown. So we need to go around now, so we're going to say, shuttle 4 Tango, we're going around. So we're going to say, toga. And that should activate the go around state. And autopilot should disconnect. If it doesn't, then you should disconnect it yourself. So we've got toga. It's asking us to go into climb now because it knows we've gone around. See, GATRK is enabled. This means the head nav mode hasn't activated. So in that case, it's going to do heading, and you're going to go to managed, and then you see nav has now enabled there, and now the route is now in green because that's the route we're going to take. And seeing as we are higher than 3,000 feet, we should get down to 3,000 feet because that is the go around. And of course I've set the flaps back one stage to flaps 3 because I was in flaps 4 for landing. So yeah, I've done that. Get down to 3,000 feet. Because in my case I've purposely done it so it might not be as accurate. So I might have a bit more manual configuration to do, but if your flight plan is set correctly, it'll be fine. After this is just standard takeoff procedures, so you just keep retracting the flaps really, as if you're just I'm going to descend to 3,000 feet manually. See, this is not done it. You should have had your go around altitude set already. Yeah, you need that set, otherwise you're going to get a load of manual things to do like I am now, which you don't want. It's a lot of stress, especially in the go around. So yeah, please make sure you've set up the plane correctly from the guide slope. If you don't know how to do that, go and see a video on YouTube, whether that be mine, if there's one out when you're watching this, because I don't think I've done one yet by the time I'm recording this. Find one on YouTube. 320 Sim Pilot is a real airline pilot who has good tutorials, long but tell you every little detail you need to know. It's certainly better explaining things than I am. See, now we're at 3,000 feet, we can fly the go around. LS can go off now because we're not flying LS anymore. Approach rate is not activated anymore. See, mine says land ASAP, you shouldn't say that. And of course our fuel's all messed up because my plane doesn't know that I've gun around because they've programmed it exactly as you should have. Because I've been doing this as a tutorial and I haven't done it as an actual full flight. If you're doing this, you most likely are doing a full flight. If you aren't, then you're just practicing the go around. I would recommend you just do a short flight because trust me, it's hard if you don't know what you're doing to do a go around when you have to manually configure everything. Trust me, it's not wise. Things go wrong. If you don't know what you're doing 100%, then you're not going to be very happy. Now, if there's no go around, what am I saying? We're doing a go around. If there's no hold at the final go around waypoint, which in my case is the BOR at Barkway, if you're flying offline, you can create a hold there. If you're online, don't create a hold and just do what ATC tell you to do. If you're on Unicom, you can just create a hold because at the end of the day, there's nothing to control you, is there? So what I'm going to do is I'm going to click on the BKY, hold, computed, insert, nice and done. See, there's a hold there. I'm offline because I'm doing this as a tutorial purpose, but if ATC gives you instructions, you just follow those instructions. If you're on ATC, you should have passed the exam, you should know what you're doing at that point, so yeah, follow their instructions and you'll be all good. So whilst you're following their instructions offline into your hold, you need to work out what you're going to do. Now in my case, I'm just going to go back to Stansted because I know the runway is absolutely fine to land on. But if that wasn't the case, if you're offline, this shouldn't have been the case. But if you're online, it might be the case. You may need to divert, but ATC will tell you where to divert, or they'll give the option to you, saying that you can't land at Stansted, but you can land anywhere else you would like. And of course, you need to make that decision. Of course, don't pick somewhere stupid like Edinburgh, because that's the whole of the way of the country, and you probably don't have enough fuel for that. We've only got 1.6 tons of fuel left. So you've got to be cautious on your fuel. So you've got to make sure that your fuel is sufficient enough. So you're the pilot, you're the one that knows this, so you need to make sure that you have enough fuel, not ATC. So we're holding at 200 knots, which is fine. It's fine. We're offline. It's absolutely fine. Too fast and you may mess it up to go in. So you need to work out what you're going to do. Now, there's many things you can do. You can divert to another airport. You can head back to the airport you were at. You just have to make sure that it's available for you to do. If you're offline, obviously anything's available because you're offline. There's only air traffic to stop you, and really air traffic has never got any problems. It's just being stupid if it has problems. So in my case, I'm going to head back to Stansted, but you could head back to Luton if you would like. Absolutely up to you. But I'm going to head back to Stansted. If you did need to change the airport, head into secondary flight plan, copy the active, click on any waypoint you would like. In my case, I'm going to click on the fix for ILS. And you're going to go and type in the airport you want to land at. If it was Luton, I would do Echo Golf Golf Whiskey, which would be Luton's ICAO code. You type in ICAO code, and you click in New Dest on any waypoint. You can do it in a fix for the ILS or a MSFS, standard waypoint, whatever, as long as it's in the flight plan route. Make sure you're doing this the second you flight plan, because any mess ups it won't activate. It's just a mock flight plan basically. You can do what you like in here to test things. So new destination, Luton. Now Stansted has gone. Now I'm going to select my arrival, just double checking. Plane's alright, plane's fine. All my warnings. Fuel, it's just fuel. Because I haven't set it up correctly, of course. So you need to choose the runway you're going to land at. Charts will help you with this. I'm just going to guess. I'll go 25. Now you probably don't know your star for it, so you just click no star. If you do know a star that you want to do, click a star, by all means. Because I don't know, I'm going to set no star. And at that point, you have successfully changed your routing to Luton. And you would exit the hole and you would fly that Luton approach. You would go direct to the latest waypoint, which in my case would be Fit Me. And you'd go direct to there, and yeah, you'd go make your way to Luton to land there. But in my case, I'm not doing that, so I'm going to head into the original flight plan. And I'm going to just fly the approach again. So in my case, I'm just going to exit the hold. I'm going to go, actually no, I'm going to go direct to the latest waypoint. In my case, that will be of course nav just came offline. Again, I'm not doing a full-on procedure, so mine is very messed up. Very messed up, so I do apologise for that. But yours should not be if you have a proper flight plan route, you set everything up correctly. So I'm going to do the first fix, which is Charlie Foxtrot 22 of my, I'm going to go direct to there, because we're going to fly the approach now. So yeah, you're just going to go direct to that waypoint and you're going to fly the approach again. It's nice and simple, nice and easy. So it's just going to send me to that point. Go to the first waypoint on the route, then you fly the ILS again. In my case, it's just going to head me right around a loop to go through to the ILS once again. And you just do the same things for landing. You'd activate your approach phase again, providing all the info is correct. You might have to change that if it's a different airport. With the same airport, the chances are it's all the same, but you can cross-check it with charts and SimBrief and air traffic control if necessary. But yeah, that's how you fly go-around in the Phoenix A320. From here, it's just flying the landing again. If you need to go around again, you go around again. Go around as many times as you need until you can land successfully, providing you have enough fuel for it. And if you run out of fuel, well, you're a bit messed up then. So yeah, you need to be really cautious on your fuel. Fuel efficiency is very important. So yeah, if you did find this useful, please do let me know in the comments below. And yeah, any questions, please let me know in the comments below as well. Yeah, I'll see you in the next tutorial for the Phoenix A320 or Boeing 737 by PMGG. So thanks all, and I hope this has helped people. Truthfully, I do like helping people on this game. I've got passion for flight sim, and I like to share my passion with other people who have passions for flight sim. So yeah, we all have to learn at some point, so yeah. Thanks all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video, or I'll see you whenever. Bye guys. Thanks for watching. Again.